right, we are going to be working on quadratic equations. We're working on actually solving them. So I'm going to review a little bit of what we worked on before with actually graphing these. So we are going to start with the example x squared minus 16. X squared minus 16 equals 0. So now you're going to start seeing them equal 0. You can change that into x squared minus 16 equals f of x or equals y. Okay? So when we graph quadratics, the first thing we're going to do is we find the vertex, which is the lowest or the highest point on the graph. This A is positive, so this graph is going to open up, which means the vertex is going to be the lowest point. Okay, so remember to do vertex was the opposite of B over 2A. Okay, so A here is 1, B is 0, C is negative 16, right? Because there's no x term, so B has to be 0. So opposite of B, opposite of 0 is 0. 0 over 2 times 1, 2 times 1 is 2, 0 over 2 is just 0. So when we make the table, 0 is going to go in the center here, and that's the x-coordinate of the vertex. That was also our axis of symmetry here. We're going to put 0 in for x to solve for y, or to solve for f of x. Is what I should technically write there for you. Okay, 0 squared is 0. 0 minus 16 is negative 16. We're going to choose two values above and two values below. Okay. 1 squared is 1. 1 minus 16 is going to be negative 15. 2 squared, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 16 is going to be negative 12. Put a negative 1. Negative 1 squared means negative 1 times negative 1, so that's actually positive 1. 1 minus 16 is negative 15. Negative 2 squared, negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. 4 minus 16 is negative 12. Okay. We're going to actually keep going. If we were just graphing, we would just stop at these 5 points. But because I'm actually asking us to solve them, we really want to go until we hit 0 over here. 3. 3 squared is 9. 9 minus 16. 9 minus 16. It's going to be a negative 7. 4 squared. 4 squared is 16. 16 minus 16 is 0. Okay, if we extend this up here, we're going to get negative 7 and we're going to get 0. Okay, the big thing on this when we're solving the quadratic, we want 0 over on the y side or the f of x side, and that's what we're looking for here. Okay, when we go and graph this, we have to go down to 0, negative 16. Grab my meter stick here. All right, if you notice, I only went down to negative 8. So let me add a couple more values on that real quick. We may be running out of room on this graph. Nope, we can fit it. Okay, so we're graphing at 0, negative 16. We want negative 1, negative 15, positive 1, 15, negative 2, negative 12, negative 3, 7, negative 7, negative 4, 0. Okay, there is our parabola graphed. Again, what we're concerned about is the x-intercepts today. We're concerned where this is crossing the x-axis. So you see that this crossed at -4 and 4. You can see it on the table that it hits the x-axis when x is -4 and 4. So those are matching up, okay? We also can take this equation, we can work on factoring, which we worked on before break. So factors of -16, and since there's no middle term, they add up to be 0, right? So you've got like -16 and 1, we've got -4 and 4. When I add -4 plus 4, I'm going to get 0. So we're going to have x minus 4, x plus 4. And we're going to put in this 0. Okay? What happens is this is called the zero product property. What I'm going to do is if I can get either of these parentheses to equal 0, then I'm solving my equation, right? Then I'm finding the zeros on the graph or the x-intercept. So x minus 4 equals 0. X plus 4 equals 0. These are one-step equations that we're going to solve. So we're going to add 4 to both sides. X equals 4. Here we're going to subtract 4 or add -4. X is going to equal -4. So when you're finding the zeros, when you're solving the quadratic equation, there's different ways you can do it. You can graph it, you can use the table, or you can use factoring. There's 3 different methods for you to use, okay? When you're solving quadratic equations, I don't want to erase that graph yet because it took a long time to draw that. You got 3 possibilities. When you are working with quadratics, it's possible that you get 2 answers. It might cross your x-axis twice, like this example that we did here. It might be possible that, hey, maybe your vertex is on the y-axis, or on the x-axis, and it only gives you 1 answer. So you've got 2 answers. You have 1 answer. Or maybe the vertex is somewhere up here and the graph is going up. There might be no answer. It might not cross the x-axis, and that's okay as well. So you're going to have 3 different possibilities when you're doing this. Thanks for watching this video, and we will see you next time.